News tonight is a historic result in the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate. Second-term Delaware County Congressman Joe Sestak has defeated Arlen Specter tonight. It is historic because it effectively marks the end of Arlen Specter's career in the U.S. Senate. With 86% of the vote now counted, Sestak leads Specter by 8 points, plus the Associated Press declared Sestak the winner at 10:15 tonight, earlier than most expected. Specter switched parties in significant part to avoid an unwinnable primary against conservative Pat Toomey. It turns out that he could not win the Democratic primary against Joe Sestak either. Action News reporter Vernon Odom is live at Specter headquarters in Center City. But first we go to Brian Taft at Sestak headquarters in Wayne. Brian, when Sestak first joined the race, he was seen by some as a sacrificial lamb, but the lamb rose up to slay one of the lions of the Senate tonight.
Oh, he did indeed, Jim. You can call it lamb versus lion, David versus Goliath, whatever you like. The historic nature of this moment not lost on those in this room tonight. Sestak supporters who waited months, but few of whom ever believed that this would actually happen. Polls several months ago showed Joe Sestak way behind Arlen Specter. Tonight, he overcame all the odds and moments ago stepped to the podium to deliver a victory speech.
This is what democracy looks like. A win for the people. Over the establishment, over the status quo, even over Washington, D.C.
Joe Sestak, in the beginning of his remarks earlier tonight, just about 10 minutes ago, he is still on the stage right now here at the Valley Forge Military Academy delivering that acceptance speech. The eyes of the world are very much watching this race. Indeed, those in this room watching television about a half an hour ago as Arlen Specter gave a gracious speech, in essence bowing out of this, acknowledging the odds, acknowledging the reality that he has lost this race. We're live in Wayne tonight. Jim, we'll go back to you now.
Thank you, Brian. Well, let's talk about Arlen Specter. Let's go live to Vernon Odom at Specter headquarters in Center City. Vernon, he fell behind in the polls just in the last week and a half, and that's how it held.
And he was never able to get any momentum back or to really staunch the momentum and stop the momentum that Joe Sestak built up in the final days of the campaign. Tonight here at headquarters, there was a sense of dread all evening, but people were trying to be optimistic. Arlen Specter came out immediately tonight and congratulated Joe Sestak and pledged his support against Pat Toomey in the fall. Clearly, Arlen Specter, after 5 terms in the Senate, is bitterly disappointed tonight. His message to supporters here and across Pennsylvania was short and sweet.
It's been a great privilege to serve the people of Pennsylvania. And it's been a great privilege to be in the United States Senate. And I'll be working very, very hard for the people of the Commonwealth in the coming months.
Jim, as you watch Arlen Specter leave the ballroom here in Center City tonight, very disappointed, saying nothing else to reporters who had gathered here. The reason Specter lost in the Democratic primary, this word from ward leaders who tried to sell him today. Veterans were angry about his attacks on Sestak's military academy. They were not convinced Specter's year-old conversion to the Democratic Party after 45 years with the GOP was sincere. And the infamous "get reelected" ad. They said that Arlen Specter appeared to show some great cockiness of that, and that irritated a lot of people. So, Jim, as you have noted, we have seen one of the most storied political careers in Pennsylvania history coming to a close tonight. Live in Center City, Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Vernon. And that dissatisfaction was widespread. We want to show you a map that shows, well, if we can get that Channel 6 graphic out of the way, because it's key, because Philadelphia County is being covered. Arlen Specter won only 3 counties out of 67 tonight. Philadelphia, Dauphin, Lackawanna. And through Specter's career, he felt much pride and made it known how often he had visited every county in Pennsylvania, both on the campaign trail and through governance. But only 3 of those counties came out for Arlen Specter tonight. Specter loses to Joe Sestak. Pat Toomey has won the